Wrong ones part ways, right ones find their way. Today I'm sharing an article with the title is Before Marrying a Man, Take a Look at His Family. Hear mother's advice. It's quite pragmatic. Whether a man is worth marrying can be somewhat discerned from his family background. I have a longtime reader who discussed marriage with me. He expressed increasing worry after witnessing numerous failed marriages, particularly concerning his daughter's future marriage. Here I've compiled and summarized some of his experiences in the form of a letter to share with everyone. Dear daughter, yesterday your cousin got divorced. When I told you this over video, your shocked expression was understandable. You couldn't believe it. I understand your feelings. You must have witnessed how loving your cousin and her husband were before. However, you probably don't know the fundamental reason for their divorce. It's not just because your cousin's mother-in-law made things difficult for her, as you said. The main issue lies with your cousin's husband, who failed to address the imbalance in the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationship. You're 20 years old now. In a few years, you'll be in love, getting married, and starting a family. I hope you'll have a happy and fulfilling marriage with someone by your side to weather life's storms. I can't be with you forever, so I hope that when choosing a partner, you'll make sure to thoroughly understand them. Whether a man is worth marrying can somewhat be discerned from his family background. The way a father treats his wife is crucial. In my over 20 years of marriage, I believe that the most important relationship in a family is the marital one. I've always believed that when a child is born, they are like a blank sheet of paper. As parents, what we teach them shapes who they become. This principle applies to marriage as well. The state of a father and mother's marriage is imprinted on a child's life, directly or indirectly influencing their future marital choices. I once read a story in an article that left a deep impression on me. It was about a young man who grew up in a wealthy family where his father was dominant, making all the decisions, while his mother silently played the role of a maid. He grew up fearing his father, yet longing to control everything like him. So when he got married, he wanted to be the master of his household, commanding his wife. Love is like a cycle. His father's attitude towards his mother was reflected in his marriage, shaping his attitude towards his wife. I've never favored such marital dynamics. Respect should be the foundation of a healthy family relationship. If a father knows how to respect his wife, his children will naturally learn to respect their spouses. Take your father, for example. Despite his stubbornness and quirks, I've always been grateful that he never took my contributions to this family for granted. So despite the ups and downs we've faced over the years, what I've felt most is the ordinary happiness. Remember, when looking for a partner, find someone who respects you. Before fully understanding a person, it wouldn't hurt to visit their home and observe how their father treats their mother. You can gauge a family's warmth from that. A parent's attitude towards their child is unique. I once heard that all relationships in this world lead to gathering, except for the relationship between parents and children, which leads to separation. When you first came into my life, I selfishly wished for you to stay with me forever. But as I watched you grow and pursue your own path, I began to understand that parental love means letting go. All parent-child relationships are the same. If parents overly indulge their children, they risk them becoming what's known as big babies. Even in adulthood, they remain emotionally dependent. As a mother, if I love you too much, I might panic when you start a new family and unintentionally sabotage your relationship with your spouse. So before marrying someone, don't overlook their parents' attitude towards them, as it might reflect the success or failure of your marriage. In our generation, elders still value interpersonal relationships greatly. I remember when I was young, I often got absent-minded when busy with work. The first time I visited your grandparents, I didn't bring anything, just hastily bought some fruit on the way. But later, your father told me that your grandparents had a good impression of me and praised me for being thoughtful. I was somewhat guilty at the time, but mostly grateful. These are just some of the lessons I've learned from my years of marriage. There are many unpredictable things in life, and what I can tell you is only a summary of my life experiences. The specifics require you to explore step by step. However, regardless of anything, my daughter, I hope you choose a bright and healthy family environment. I know not everyone has the privilege of choosing the family they're born into, but as a mother, I'm selfish. I want all the pain and evil in this world to stay away from you. I also wish for your lifelong smoothness and happiness. That's all for today's sharing. Feel free to leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Don't forget to like and share with your friends. Looking forward to meeting you.